the first one we're gonna get to, Redbox, is officially dead, unfortunately. And so I was thinking, Redbox. You guys don't know what that is, do you?
I understand it was like a way of another way of renting movies,
Yes.
right? You had like a little unattended kiosk thing where, I never used it.
So
I remember
great.
seeing these thinking, what the hell is this?
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Because from what I heard, they had locations across the U.S. I didn't know they went out of the U.S. That's cool. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
But I never used it.
Redbox or Rentbox?
Redbox.
No, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Probably don't have it.
Right on.
But you're going to tell
I
us?
thought they were
Yes.
they were dead a long time ago, actually.
Yeah, it's ever since Netflix, they were hanging on for a while. They're hanging on for a while. But let's get into the article real quick and then we will discuss. All right. Yes. Okay. So this is by, I want to say Gizmodo. This is being pinned by Oscar Gonzalez. Redbox is now dead. Say so long to those red kiosks outside of the convenience store. They were outside of supermarkets and grocery stores and all that good stuff. It says another victim of streaming services falls as Redbox's parent company, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, files for bankruptcy. Now I do remember the Chicken Soup. Here, let me close this. Good Lord.
Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment? What a name.
You know what? I've never seen anything like this. So have you seen anything like this, Nos?
I believe so, yeah.
That's crazy. So sorry, Fox.
Yeah,
I'm trying to understand how this works because I've not seen anything like this. So I'm assuming you put money in. Well, you put your credit card, debit card on there, and you rent a movie.
Yep. So you pick the movie from this side. They have a showcase right here. You pick it on
you
here.
know what? Man, like we are so far behind as a nation, honestly. This is crazy.
No, stop. You guys have Netflix, yeah? So you're good.
Yeah, I mean,
you're all caught up.
No, but the fact you guys have had this for years.
Yeah.
From what I understand, like you could scam this, right? People were doing that where they were just putting back DVDs of other movies.
That's hilarious. Yeah. They were doing that.
So
It does have this
I'm so gonna clip that what I just said, by the way, because like the nation needs to see it. This is really bad.
Oh my gosh. So it was a natural evolution. You had your Blockbuster where you go to the brick and mortar and rent a movie or game, and then you had your Redbox where they had the kiosk outside of like wherever you went, and you could get a movie. I don't think they got into games. Maybe they did.
I can't remember.
I'll look that up later. And now you have your streaming services, and you have your drawbacks and the obvious pro for streaming services is you can do it out just inside your home. You don't have to leave your house, which is great. But now they're nickel and diming the pricing tiers, which is unfortunate. They kind of got you by the balls, for lack of a better term. They got you now.
So I did want to quickly look this. I was already like halfway typing this when you mentioned whether or not they did games. And
yeah.
Redbox did rent games.
Okay.
For a while. They stopped in 2019.
Oh,
though.
Bummer. That's probably why they went out of business. No, I'm just kidding. It was a better idea that was out there. That's why. But the parent company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in June 29, according to a report from Deadline. Now, as I understand it, Chapter 11 doesn't mean that you're going out of business. I want to say that's Chapter 7, if I'm not mistaken. But
Chapter 11's bankruptcy protection, I believe.
Okay.
So usually, I think what happens at this point is they bring in some consultants to see what you can do with your business to bring it back from the brink.
Yeah, and that means you put your debts on hold. Is that right?
I don't know. Usually, it requires like it's. I think it's contingent on what the plan is to turn the state of the company around.
Okay.
So there's usually like reorganization consultation that comes in and basically looks at how did this happen? Well, we need to fix this. If we can fix it, then it's like you have a one-up. You have an extra life.
Okay.
come back and reinvent your business and make money again. And if you can't do that, you fail, and then
Right
you
on.
go bankrupt.
Gotcha.
I mean, I am positive that there is a lot more to it than that. But I think in a nutshell, that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Right on.
Because creditors have to approve of the reorganization plan
Okay.
before it can go forward.
Very cool. All right.
That I know.
That point I had no idea. I didn't know that you could get creditors in there to, discuss a plan on how you move forward. So
Yeah, it's like you're in a boxing match.
Mhm.
You get knocked down.
Mhm.
That state where you're knocked down before you either continue the fight or you give up.
Yeah.
That's chapter 11.
Breaking it down Barney style. I love that.
I'm playing too much big boy boxing. So.
Like your videos though, they're so dang entertaining though. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Especially with those, see, so we're gonna read these first two paragraphs. There's not much more to this story, but just to whoever wants to know, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, a spin-off company named after the popular self-help books, racked up almost $1 billion of debt and had issues paying employees and covering their benefits. On Wednesday, the bankruptcy court allowed that Chapter 11 to change to Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which means the company's assets can start being liquidated, according to the Wall Street Journal. Chicken South for the Soul went public in 2017 and began acquiring some of the lesser-known digital services, such as Popcorn Flicks, Crackle, and then Redbox in 2022 for $370 million. The company has a lot of lenders to pay back, and the latest court hearing indicates that an injection of cash wouldn't help pull the company out of the massive amount of debt. The judge also noted that there might have been a possible misappropriation of funds. Of course, there's always that. Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment CEO Bart Schwartz stepped down from his position just weeks after getting the job.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a great sign.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
When I become the CEO of a business, and if it looks viable, it looks like it's going to go strong, I'm going to quit within a couple of weeks. That's a great sign. Oh man.
So I do like this because it puts a spotlight on going public, as just companies do, because they want more money to do more things. So I want to say Shift Up, the makers of Stellar Blade,
Yeah.
they just went public, which is great because they have this huge influx of cash that can get injected into their business, and they can work on more projects. Speaking on that, I think they're considering a Stellar Blade 2, and they're working on another project that is for sure. They're working on another project, but they might be coming out with a Stellar Blade 2. They're still considering that, which is awesome. But if they don't do well, they might be looking at a Redbox situation, but if they would have kept it small, there is no shorting the stock, or people getting scared because their next project might be a slow moving but ultimately long game, makes tons of money, but the initial sales might not be where the investors want it to be, so they all start jumping ship and they start losing tons of money. I don't want that to happen to Shift Up. I don't like that there's a possibility now. So that those are the dangers of going public with your company. I wish them the best, because I still haven't played the full game, but the demo was amazing. So I hope they do continue to do great things, and I hope they don't go belly up because of going public or something like that. But sorry,
I don't think they'll go belly up.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't like the idea of them. Yeah, I just don't like the idea of them going public, because now you have more voices that can influence your product.
That is also true. That's probably the main point right there. Thank you.
Yeah. You create. I mean, they created a product that is beloved. I mean, it did huge numbers.
Yep.
And got a lot of attention. Most of it positive. And now you've sort of changed how the company works. You're now public.
Yep.
So are they going to be able to do the same things that they did with Stellar Blade now being a publicly traded company? I don't think so. I mean, I hope I'm wrong.
You're right.
But I would be watching this with a side eye. I would not assume that the next product they release is going to be the same quality or caliber, because there's now a new influence in the picture. You've got somebody new in the tent who has the ability, not saying that they'll use it, but has the ability to influence the final product. So if you love Stellar Blade, great.
Yeah.
Stellar Blade 2 comes out, I would wait, because the workings behind the scenes may affect the final product.
That's right.
That's all I'm going to say.
They're a slave to the investors now, and not slave, but like, you know, they answer to investors, not consumers anymore. That's the biggest problem when a company goes public, in my opinion.
There's more people to answer to. There's more fingers in the pie, so to speak. In terms of creativity as well, to be squashed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To go public anyway.
They I don't think they needed to, honestly. I don't think they needed to. They did see they did really well on their first day going public. They did really well, so I'm glad to see that. But I mean, scary. They didn't need to go public, though. To answer your question, they didn't need to.
And the fact that they did is one of those things I wonder. Like, you didn't need to do this. You could have stayed a private company. You chose not to.
Yep.
Why? And I mean, I understand that there's the opportunity to make more money for, great, sure, but that's going to affect your product potentially. So what was really your motivation to begin with? Was it really to make the best games you possibly could, or was it just to make money?
Yeah.
And that's just my cynical brain. That's how my thought process works. I don't have any answers. I'm not claiming to. I'm just wondering about this.
Those are great questions, though. Those are great questions.
Says here it's going to be a Redbox exclusive.